Alright, back again. Today we got the Super Neo 29, and I wanted to tell you about latest mod, or latest change that I've made to this monster here. I just wound up getting the UniBios 3.0, and I wound up slapping that in my 4-slot PCB. And yeah, I want to show you a little bit about it, tell you a little bit about it. And I know there are some people out there that rather not change the BIOS in their arcade systems for personal reasons, and that's completely understandable. For those of you who are interested in it, it's really simple with the arcade systems. With 2 slots or with the 4 slots or even 6-slot boards, it's just a simple matter of prying it out and popping it off and then slapping on the new one. Just to give you an idea, this is the old BIOS that was in it. And it just sits in a small connecting piece that you can just press right on, and it'll snap right in. And no need for soldering, no need for anything messy, bending of the pins and connecting them like the piggyback method for the UniBios. This one just sets in there really nice and easy, and you can have it in and working in a matter of just minutes. But it's always good to keep these original BIOSes somewhere handy in case you need them, if there's any other problems. But yeah, so I guess I'll show you a little bit of what this one looks like. And you can see I got a few games in there right now. So all we got to do is we just got to press our first player button and select at the same time, and we'll get into our database here. And like usual, in-game cheat database, you can, change around the different moves. You can change around how much power the characters get, things like that. You can debug if there's any sort of problems, something's not working right, you can give that a shot. And yeah, the patch memory, same thing. So also, the soft reboot here, bring it back to the main system. And by pressing down all of the, try this again. By holding down all 3 of the A, B, and C buttons, maybe I'll turn the light off here so you can see it a little better. You get to your main screen here, and there's a lot of different things that you can do. Mainly for me, the reason why I wound up getting the UniBios is because cheating's fun. No, that's not the real reason, but it's a fun part about having it. But honestly, there's some games here that have a lot of Japanese content to them, and what's nice about the UniBios is the region setup. So we'll go into our region setup here, and we'll check out what region you want to put it in. Put it in Japan, obviously it's going to read in Japanese, but you put it in US or Europe, it's going to read in English. So just put it in US mode, and here you can choose arcade or console. Because it's an arcade machine, we'll put it in arcade. And go to the general BIOS settings, and a lot of these things you really don't want to disable. They give you the ability to disable it, but yeah, for the most part you just kind of want to leave them alone. And let's get back out of here. The game cart, you can check to see if there's anything wrong with the carts, if everything's working right or not. So, as an example, we'll press on this one, and it'll sit here for, I don't know, a good 3 minutes or so. And as you can see, this one's only calculated the first one, and yeah, everything's working out okay. When we go back, we could try the slot 1 and see the way slot 1's working. And if there's an error code, it'll give you like an error over here, or it'll say it's not good over here. For the most part, or it'll give you an OK, or it'll give you a question mark. In some cases, you don't have to really worry about the question mark so much, because it doesn't necessarily mean there's a bad thing wrong with it or anything. It just means that it's probably not recognizing it, or it just hasn't been input yet. But get back here, and then the jukebox player is always a fun thing to have with this UniBios. Just let's see, let's go to slot 2, and got our music there. Yeah, it was just, something kind of fun and interesting. And then something that's new that's just been added by Raz for the 3.0, and I think it may be the last version, the 2.3 or 2. I can't remember, was the PC to Neo. And what this feature does is it allows you to update the UniBios by means of a homemade cable. The construction of the cable looks a little bit difficult, but what it does is it basically plugs into the first-person controller port on the front of the PCB, and you have to make it from scratch. But one end connects to that, the other one connects to your PC, and you can actually flash the BIOS to get it updated with the newest version. I haven't tried it yet. Honestly, I took a look at how to make that cable, and I was just kind of a little bit mind-boggled. It looks a little bit complex, so I haven't tried to make it yet. But that's what this feature is all about here. So, anyway, this is a little bit of what the UniBios looks like. And like I said, for anybody who's got an arcade machine, if you're interested in putting one in to your arcade machine, it's simple. It's the easiest mod you can possibly ever imagine. As long as you do it, you know, a little bit slowly, it shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes, and you'll be on your way here to playing games and having all the freedom to choose, you know, whether you want it to be difficult, hard, super hard. You want to cheat a lot. You want to get through the game with all the characters, like example Metal Slug without dying once, so you can see like different endings, things like that. It's a lot of fun. So we'll just skip out of it, and we'll drop in. Winners don't use drugs. That's interesting too, as you can see, is the parental advisory that was up there. Let's go through here. I already put up a video of this one, but as you can see, instead of being called, now it's called Arrow Fighters, so they've wound up changing the name. In some of these, it's kind of cool to see the English name and the Japanese name. So, let's start this up. Don't have a lot of time here, but we'll just, you know, play it for a little while. And like I said, you know, let's go in here and auto fire, which is nice to have because, like, ramming on the buttons and stuff, it's just really frustrating. So this makes it so much easier. The video, I put up a video about this this game too, and when I was playing it, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm ramming on the buttons, and it's just like, okay, come on now, you know, my arm's ready to give out and whatever. But having these kind of features, you know, you don't have to completely cheat in the game, but you know, it just saves a little bit of wear and tear on your buttons and on your wrist, so it's kind of nice to have. And as I mentioned before, I said, you know, the UniBios isn't for everybody, but for those of you who are interested in it, I just want to give you a little idea of what it looks like here for the arcade machine, and hopefully if you're interested in it, yeah, you don't have to worry about, oh geez, can I put it in, is it that difficult, or what does it look like, or, you know, have all these concerns. You can at least be able to see a little bit of what it's like here. So yeah, anyway, I think we'll just stop it right there, and yeah, I just want to show you a little bit of what it looked like, and like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.